The gay agenda, what is it, and what should we think when we hear their mantra, "We're here, we're queer, and we're not going away"? Greetings, this is Dale Brown. The gay movement is much like any cultic movement. They work on the principle that if a lie is told loud enough and long enough, it will become the truth. When they continue to claim we are normal, after a while we tend to simply say, okay, whatever, and we walk away. Walking away, however, is not the safe approach because like a stealth jihad, they are working behind the scenes to change the definition of language, marriage, and society, which in the long term will backfire on us. What we are seeing at the present are books being pushed in our public schools that are designed to neutralize critical thinking about those in the gay lifestyle among impressionable young people. One group, which is called Welcoming Schools, classifies itself as a, quote, a project of human rights campaign foundation, and it does just that, using words that appeal to the protective emotions of those who have been bullied or criticized in any form. Their goal is to get pro-gay books into the public education system. Part of the problem stems from the fact that we now have innocent kids that are suffering the peer pressure that was brought on by the decisions of gay parents. This is addressed in a pro-gay book called Popularity Papers, written by Amy Iqnatow. It is written like an illustrated diary of two young girls as they navigate through social pressures in the public school and at home. One of the girls has two fathers, which are simply called Daddy and Papa Daddy. When this parenting model is questioned by other kids, it is met with several neutralizing approaches. One girl, whose father had died, says she would have loved to have had two fathers, considering she has none. Of course, that would be a child's response. Another girl named Lisa points out that having two dads is not normal, and as a result, she is labeled as never happy or friendly. So being nuts for diplomacy is the child's way of addressing an obvious, difficult situation. This book is one of a series that is being introduced to our young people. So this new normal standard is being presented with an in-your-face approach. Like a reality show, it's a fantasy spin on what is real and normal. Now nearly every TV program has to have its token gay person, so it will come across as though everyone else is buying it, so why not you? Besides, it's all about love, right? But we must realize that when someone displays a bumper sticker that reads, "I love my truck," it's something totally different than when he says he loves his wife. At least we hope so. Our gay friends, however, are not normal, and they twist the definition of the words to suit their agenda. This Welcoming Schools bunch is in collaboration with and sponsored by something called the Safe Schools Coalition, whose goal is to, quote, combine business development, leadership, and social action to expand economic opportunities for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community and those who support equality for all. It has a number of facilitators listed on their website, among whom are Tracy Flynn, Carrie Kelser, and Norma Timbang. PFLAG is another emotional response to the pressures of choosing the gay lifestyle. It stands for Parents of Friends and Family of Lesbians and Gays. Parents obviously want to show their support for their kids, so instead of letting the kids know that choosing this path might not be normal, they demand society to bend to their demands. And anyone who questions them, of course, is guilty of being a bully or of hate speech. This reminds me of one of my cousins who got mixed up in the gay lifestyle. When warned about the dangers by members of the family, his response was they were just a bunch of narrow-minded bigots. Well, when he ended up with AIDS, it was a little late to change his mind. Now he is no longer in the land of the living, and us religious bigots live on. Now, militant gay activists are quick to accuse those critical of the gay lifestyle as bullies, then turn around and use their own bully pulpit to judge and bash Christians, as Dan Savage did at a high school journalism conference back in 2012. They will often refer to a Bible verse in Matthew chapter 7 that says, "Judge not, lest you be judged." Well, if they would only read the whole chapter, they would notice that it tells us to watch out for false prophets and that we will know them by their fruit, both of which require making some form of judgment. Among these groups is the GLSEN, which is Gay, Lesbian, and Straight Education Network. Well, folks, the Bible drives them absolutely crazy. Just as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities around them, since they, in the same way as these, indulged in gross immorality and went after strange flesh, are exhibited as an example in undergoing the punishment of eternal fire. Yet, in the same manner, these men also by dreaming defile the flesh, reject authority, and revile angelic majesties. These men revile the things which they do not understand, and the things which they know by instinct. Like unreasoning animals, by these things they are destroyed. When you find you're all alone, love's hard, I know. When you don't know where to go, love's hard, I know. When you know you can't go home, love's hard, I know. When you can't go home.